Hey guys, God, I know it's probably, hang on. It's been a while since I've been in the car. I've been kind of all over the place. I was at Six Flags, and then I was at the mall, and then I was also at the mall again because I saw Backrooms, which was an exceptional movie. If you saw that video, then you would know how amazing that movie was. So I had a little bit of, well, let me add some context. Where I live, there's not necessarily a lot of unhoused, homeless people. I'm just gonna say that word. Kind of where I live. And I was out in the city. And out in the city, there is there's quite an abundance of these people. I have to do something actually, hang on. And so, I was there, and I was doing all this stuff, and I went out with friends, and I went to, I went out with like lunch, we went to stores, we went to Old Sac, we went to the train museum, like we did all this fun stuff. And then, they had left, and I was staying at my grandma's, who I love. And so I was like, oh no, you guys go, I'm staying at my grandma's, it's fine. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's like this, oh, yeah, right there. I don't know where it went. But there is, kind of an abundance of unhoused people who are there. I have no issue with them. I've never had an issue. I've always been told to respect others as you shall, or you want to be respected, or something like that. So, and I had some money on me, and there was this guy, and it was kind of a little on the cliche side. It was a homeless man who was holding up a cardboard sign. He had like a little hut and stuff. And it was like a sign. He's like, hello, my name is Joe. I am homeless. And he had with him a pet cat. He had a pet cat with him. I was trying to think of, it's like I don't know. It was a black cat. And so I saw it and I was like, here you go. Have some money. So I gave him some money. But then after that, I noticed that he was following me, which was kind of scary, because I didn't know if this man had weaponry on him. So I was just like, oh, how's everything going? And then he didn't look at me, he looked away, so it's like, oh, that's weird. And then I was walking, and I kept walking, and he kept following me. And so I was like, okay, this is starting to freak me out. And so I turned around, and I snapped. I was like, why are you following me? Is there something you want? And he's like, yeah, you gave me a nickel. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, you gave me a nickel. And I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I gave you $5. And he showed me, and I had realized, because I had my wallet with me. But the pants that I'm wearing, the pockets are a little, but that's why I kind of carry stuff in like a not a body bag, that's weird. Crossbody bag or whatever it's called. So I put everything in there. And I had put some money in here, and I thought that I had $5. So I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, no, if you want to be a rich snob, then be a rich snob. And I was like, what? I was going to give you the money. And then he was like, no, you weren't. You saw a homeless person and you decided to just pass by. I was like, I'm kind enough and I'm considerate enough to give you $5, which is on my end. I didn't mean to give you a nickel. I'm sorry. And then I kind of ended my talk there, and he was just ranting. And then eventually I gave in, and I had given him the $5 that he requested. And he was kind of a little rude. He kind of sighed when I gave him the 5. He's like, thanks, I guess. And I was like, yeah, have a great day. And so he left, and I was like, that was the first time that I had ever had like a homeless person come up to me. I've only given them like money. I've always given them $5 and all like some of my cash. Like if I see a guy with an animal, I'll always do more. But this day I only had $5, so I gave him $5. And then I got to my car, and I got in, and so I put on my seatbelt. I put on my seatbelt, and I closed the door, and then I put on my seatbelt. Started the car, and then I see in this window, right there, I saw the man again. I saw Hobo Joe. Or Hank, I don't know what his name was. I forgot. I'm just gonna call him Hobo Hank, because that's what I'll remember. Hobo Hank, because Hobo Joe's generic, so it's Hobo Hank or whatever. Maybe his name was Joe. I don't know. Short-term memory loss. But when I saw him and he was kind of walking. He was running. He wasn't walking. He was running, and I was like, oh. And so I didn't want to be rude, because at the time I had assumed that he like followed me in and he was gonna like break my window or something. But he ran, and he said, I lost my cat. You're the only person who I've talked to today. Can you help me find him? And I was like, oh, okay. And so I took off the keys. And I helped him. I helped Hobo Hank. Tried to find his cat. And he kind of gave me his backstory. He was a man who was married to his wife, Sarah. And apparently she was pregnant and the kid wasn't his, to which he got mad. And so I don't know how this happened, but he got kicked out of his own house that he paid for. And so now Sarah is keeping the house, which I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's your house. Why aren't you? Sorry, there was a motorcycle. It's your house. Why didn't you fight for it? And he's like, well, I tried to fight for it, but it didn't work out because she manipulated something. Apparently he's a manipulator, I guess. So we have that in the family. So I thought that was a little bit odd at first. I won't lie. But he seemed like a very great guy. We eventually found his cat. He was okay. He ran away. He got a little bit spooked. He wasn't too far. He was a few blocks down, but he was fine. He wasn't hurt. Just ran away, and I'm kind of glad that we found that cat, because I don't know what this guy would have done had he lost his cat, considering he lost his house and his wife is kind of a bee. We'll just leave it at that. She's a little bit of a bee. Which is just kind of shocking to me. Like, you go behind your husband's back, the kid isn't his, and then you kick him out of his own house. That doesn't make any sense. Sorry. There's, oh yeah. I think I made a video about Jeff, which is a video that I'm gonna make later tonight. I promise you guys, I'm gonna make a video later tonight, talking about what happened with Jeff, because, well, I don't wanna show what's going on over there, but it is a crazy revelation. It's a huge revelation. But Hobo Hank was a very great guy. I liked him. He was nice. And again, I probably shouldn't have been all too judgmental at first. I probably should have just taken out my wallet and given the $5. But no, he was a very nice guy. It's just a shame what happened to him with his wife and all that stuff. So, oof. But yes, I promise tonight I'm gonna make a video explaining about my neighbor Jeff and what happened with that. So yeah, I'm glad that we're back in familiar territory after I was out of the car for like 3, 4 videos, 5. I don't know. I think all my videos have been in the car except those 4 videos. Oh, and that short that I posted that had no audio. So there was an impersonator that I had when I made my channel, and I found out that it was my friend who was pulling a prank on me. So I'm probably gonna delete that short because there's just no audio. It's just me making hand gestures and stuff, so it doesn't look like I'm saying anything. Oh, I want to show you guys something. I have, it's a sketchbook. Yeah, this is what I've been working on for a while. This is what I've been working on. It's it's a video for another day. For the past 3 years, I've been working on my own. It's not official, unfortunately. I have been working on this movie idea, and I have a script. That's why I have my computer. I'll show you guys actually. Let me. The 6. No, the 6 beginnings. Okay, so this is. Shoosh. Oh yes. Can I zoom in? Yeah, I can zoom in. I don't want to zoom in that much. Jeez. So this is it. I'm not sure if you guys can even see that. I hope you can. It's called The 6 Beginnings. It follows 6 friends in my hometown of Sacramento, California. In 1986, there's a string of murders that takes place, and one of the main characters has powers, because I thought that was a cool twist. I wanted it to be like no powers at first, but then I was like, well, there's this ancient entity that's killing people, so I think it would be cool if we had like powers involved in a way. So I have been working on that. That's one of the, again, another video for another day. What's that? There's this funny part in the movie. It's not that one. Where is it? Oh, it's not funny. I take that back. Oof, no, it's definitely not funny. I don't think anybody would get a laugh out of that. Oh yeah, so, and I have like a whole fan cast that I have split out for the movie. Yeah, this is it. Oh, I think I went too fast, but yeah, this is, oh, did it end? Yeah, it did. But this is like one of my biggest passions that I've been doing for years. So maybe I'll get Hobo Hank to join in on the film. I think that would be cool. He could play not a homeless person, but I'll probably talk with him. Oh, I hope I see him again. He was actually a really great guy. Yeah. Oh, and I also wanted to thank you guys for 100. Well, last time that I checked, I haven't checked since. I had 102 views on my Uncle Tommy Got Arrested video. It was either the Uncle Tommy has gotten arrested or Uncle Tommy has passed away. Oh, sorry. I have to go. Ugh.